haven't played music in a while. Welcome. It is Thursday, September 21st, 2023. I guess this is like episode 273, according to YouTube, but on Spotify and stuff, we're on 237. So shout out there. Thank you for everyone. Over 200 episodes. I think we've probably done closer to 300. At the beginning we weren't good at keeping the numbers. We got Jackson over here probably taking a dump somewhere, but he's getting dressed. What is this shirt you're wearing? This shirt you're wearing. Also, I want to tell you, can you go into your settings and turn on audio and go into reduced mic background noise?
Oh, shit. It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the noise was gone when I had to mute you because you had this buzzing going on. What were you doing?
Also on my breakfast.
Oh, maybe I was hearing something. Does the mic sound different if I do this? Do I sound the same or do I sound different? How about now? What about now? It's the same? No difference? You don't? Okay. So here we are. Did you know this is technically 273 episodes we have done?
Jeez.
That's what we've counted. We are probably over 300.
Yeah.
That shirt makes me laugh every time I see it. Because what is it covering up? Realistically,
it's my painting shirt.
That's a good one.
No, it's not covering anything up. It's covering the gun show up.
You actually looked jacked right there when you did that.
I'm like the leanest I've ever been right now.
You are pretty lean. You definitely have more muscle mass than me. I'm also though I'm a
weight up, little boy.
I know.
Little Baker Mayfield.
I know. All right, let's get right into it. Oh, we got another person. What up, Luke?
Setting up all this shit in my room.
No, you're good. You're good.
$10, but today's bet.
So what previews are we doing today?
So today we're doing the Brooklyn Nets and the Cleveland Cavaliers, but we're talking about the Chicago Bulls and the Damian Lillard news to start off with.
The mystery team from last week when they said the mystery Eastern Conference team is also trading for Dame.
Okay, so
that's the Bulls.
So there's two information. We're hearing that the Toronto Raptors. Should we start off with the Bulls or should we just address both teams?
Let's do Bulls first.
Okay, so let's just get into it. The Chicago Bulls from what my understanding is, they're offering Zach LaVine. Blazers have literally came out and said that they have no interest in Zach LaVine. That if they were to do a trade, it would have to be a multi-team trade, which I said, imagine if you call up the Sixers and you go, hey, we'll send you Zach LaVine. You send James Harden to LA. LA sends Marcus Morris, Amir Coffey, Terrence Mann, and BJ Boston and Josh Preston to the Bulls, and then all the other assets of the young, not to the Bulls, to the Blazers. And then so the Bulls would get Damian Lillard, Sixers would get Zach LaVine, Clippers would get Harden, and then all the young players and picks would go to the Blazers, and then the salary fillers would be dispersed between the three other teams, is what I was thinking. Doesn't it? Because
that would be the most absolutely ridiculous trade in NBA history if that actually happened. A fucking wild swap off.
Yeah, because the Blazers have came out and said they have no interest in Zach LaVine because he's not part of their core, because they have Anthony.
Doesn't fit their timeline either.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Sorry.
We need the Bulls fan to talk about what he thinks.
I didn't hear what Luke said, but based off what Cyro said, what I know as a Bulls fan is this: the Bulls have zero interest or no official confirmed interest in Damian himself. What the Bulls want is to be the third team in this to acquire assets, because it wouldn't even make sense even if we wanted Dame, because they don't want LaVine, and then
so you guys want Tyler Hero?
No,
they'd want the picks.
Well, I was gonna say let's put them in the third team. Let's have them as
if the Bulls are smart, Jackson. That's what they would do. If the Bulls are smart, that's what they should do.
That's what they're doing, but I don't get the reports. There's so many unconfirmed reports. It was some Philly beat writer or non-official Philly beat writer. It was just some writer in Philadelphia who said this.
His name is Kyle Neubeck. Kyle Neubeck of
Is
Philly
that it?
Sports. Yeah, Kyle
Yeah,
Neubeck. He
not
said it
a-
on his podcast.
Not a real journal or what? On the what network set? Do you know?
Philly Sports. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think it's
that's
a
right.
podcast.
Yeah, not a real network. So I don't think we'll be the third team in the trade, but I would love some draft picks. But I've changed my opinion on when Damian Lillard will be traded because he's not getting traded before the season because it would make zero sense for it. Neither team wants to budge. And
Exactly.
the trade deadline has turned into the offseason has completely turned into like you could get fucked. It's like way more riskier to trade right now in the offseason than it is at the trade deadline, unless you have that confirmed, like, oh, yeah, Dame wants to come over to Miami. But yeah, he'll get traded right before the trade deadline, and it'll probably be Miami. It will be Miami. Sorry.
So big problem is that there has been no conversation between the Heat and the Blazers where the Heat have come in and said that the Blazers have never said we want this or we want that. They basically the Heat came out with their offer and basically dared them to go find a better offer. And the Blazers have never came back and said, "Hey, well, the problem with your offer is you need to add this or that." That conversation has never happened. And the other thing is over the last week, Adrian Wojnarowski reported that the Blazers have aggressively been pursuing multi-team trade scenarios, and they have not gotten a single offer that they like.
Well, I mean, of course, like, dude, they really don't want to have to trade Dame, and they're obviously gonna be fucking way too demanding for what, like, you're trading an over 30 point guard. They're being way too demanding for what they're actually going to be able to get for him, except for
one
like
of the best
Miami.
point guards in the league.
I know that's why but like not every team is going to trade for Dame because of all the assets that they're going to have to give up to get
Plus
him.
his age.
Because you're mortgaging your future on Dame. So if it doesn't work out and you
What
just
is he going to be?
become, like,
37, making 65 million? They say.
well, at the end of the, like, how many
Yeah.
years does he have left on his deal? Like,
It's like
2?
4, right?
Oh, I
That's
thought
why
he
you
had-
need to wait till the trade deadline.
So
because what Portland
because, like-
also is probably hoping that Dame like recants his request and is like,
Yeah,
all
like-
right, you know what? I'll stay. Fuck it.
like what I was saying is, like, you're basically mortgaging your future, and if you end up just becoming a playoff loser for the rest of Dame's contract, it wasn't really worth it because now you don't have any way to rebuild. So it's like the Heat are
right.
the only team that are really in position to, like, realistically, and even then the Heat don't have that many assets. So
people
they
are
just-
like that. That's what you should do, right? Because Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell are these non-playoff teams looking to take the leap. Why not wait till mid-season? What if Miami doesn't even need Damian Lillard, and Damian Lillard is like, well, fuck, I guess
What
I'll
if-
go to Philly.
Yeah.
And Philly's like, all right. And then Joel is like, all right, I'll stay now. There's so many things that could happen with this, but I don't think
Yeah.
it will anymore. Like Cyro and I talked about it yesterday. I think we predicted, I thought it would happen before training camp, but I'd take it back. I don't think it'll happen till the deadline.
dude, that's what I was saying like fucking a month ago, that it wasn't going to happen before the season.
Yeah,
They
I
should get
think-
you on.
Like, it's because nothing, once you hear, like, all we
What
knew
day
was that the
was-
Heat wanted him, but there was nothing else in terms of what they actually were actively trying to do to get him. So it's like, we all knew it wasn't going to happen until the season's, until like in the middle of the season. It just makes sense. They're both stubborn.
Who were the? I was about to say, when did Donovan Mitchell get traded?
I'm trying to think of how much before
July.
the season it was. I think Jackson's right. It was July.
No, he got traded in September.
Oh, wow.
Was that and that's not post-COVID year. That's not a late start.
Nope.
It's just right before training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You guys want to see the world's most ridiculous trade I just made?
Sure, why not? For shits and gigs. We'll humor you.
All right, let me zoom in a little. I don't know if you guys can see it well. All right, here we go. This deal would be Zach LaVine to the Sixers. The Bulls get Damian Lillard and PJ Tucker. Clippers get James Harden, and the Blazers walk away with Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, Pat Will, Amir Coffey, Dalen Terry, Bones Highland, Jaden Springer, BJ Boston, and Jason Preston.
This is the most ridiculous fucking trade ever. It's just no picks.
No. I was about to say the picks aren't included because we would just assume that like everyone assumes the Blazers would have a shit ton of picks underneath this as well, and maybe some second round picks spread between the Sixers, Bulls, and Clippers.
Oh my
So
god. Okay, so
everyone
who's on the
everyone will have
buyout
picks.
market?
Marcus Morris is on the
Nick
buyout market.
Batum.
Nick Batum's on the buyout market. I think, and that's it because they've said
Yeah.
PJ Tucker's allegedly will be traded. If James Harden is traded, it's kind of a package deal. Either PJ will go to the same team or to a third team. PJ
So,
won't stay.
So you have PJ. So PJ goes to the Bulls and then, or no, PJ's gonna be on.
Yeah, PJ goes to the Bulls. PJ goes to the Bulls because they gave up Pat Will, and they need someone to replace Pat Will. So Dame and PJ go to the Bulls. Then
Zach LaVine to the Sixers.
Yeah, Zach LaVine.
The Sixers just get fucked over in this trade. It looks like.
That's why they probably get a shit ton of second round picks to
because they're giving up. They're obviously like James Harden doesn't want to be there.
They're actually they're a better offensive team, worse defensively with Zach LaVine. They're actually like the Clippers remain the same. This whole deal makes the Clippers and the Blazers actually not worse or better. They remain the same, both teams. The only team to win this deal in terms of according to stats.
Well, yeah, because the Clippers gave up fucking 5-6 players.
Yeah, but they get one player back and it doesn't make them worse or better. Isn't that insane? They gave up 6 players for all.
Yeah, because 6 players is an entire fucking starting lineup and a 6-man. Like, of course, like in terms of sheer value, like they at like.
Well, let's be honest. BJ Boston and Jason Preston don't mean anything. Bones Highland and Amir Coffey, basically the same. Those 4 guys really don't mean anything to the Clippers. And Marcus Morris sucked last year. Nick Batum was the only one of value for the Clippers here.
And then the playoffs hit, and he was a piece of shit.
And then there's the fourth quarter yelling, "Why the fuck Batum, man?"
Yeah.
I just think
clear it out. I like it. A bunch of worthless role players for him last year.
It's actually not that crazy of a deal though, if you think about
it. I think it's fucking terrible.
It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
I would fire everybody in Portland.
If you say that something is not that crazy of a deal, Cyro, odds are it's pretty crazy. If you have to convince us that. That's what ends up happening when we do this. If he guys like, hey guys, you want to see this trade I made? It's not that crazy of a deal. Something like this, bro. Oh my god, this is insane. This is funny. This is a funny trade.
LaVine's deal not looking too bad there. Yet.
Yeah,
1 year.
Yet.
1 year 40. There we go.
All right. So
where is Kyle Lowry?
You didn't include Mr. Lau.
No. Okay, no, I already. Okay, so you guys are gonna laugh at this.
What?
Okay, so
what?
With the trades.
The trades.
You're gonna laugh.
Oh no!
Feel great.
This is about to be bad, right?
I think no. I don't think it'll be bad.
Poku's still in the NBA. Wow.
Poku?
Yeah.
I mean, he got hurt 3 times this offseason. He had a humerus fracture, he sprained his knee, and now he sprained his ankle.
Oh, poor kid.
Okay. The Bulls get Tyler Hero. The Heat get Damian Lillard and Josip Nurkic, and the Blazers walk away with Kyle Lowry, Lonzo Ball, Patrick Williams, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, and several picks.
That's a future backcourt duo monster. They could go so small. They could go Scoot, Shea, Kyle, Lonzo, and then Triple J. I love it.
This actually isn't a bad one.
Get the pen. This is a terrible trade.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Terrible trade.
How?
None of these teams.
None of these teams. I don't think any of these teams would do this. The Bulls would definitely not do this.
Okay, so the Bulls are basically turning Lonzo Ball into Tyler Hero.
Well, Patrick Williams was kind of drafted 4th overall, and
then they're losing Patrick Williams.
Patrick Williams has averaged the same stats he averaged in college all 3 years. For the last 4 years, including his 1 year in college or 2 years in college, he has averaged the same exact stats for the last 5 years.
Yeah, it turns out college was not.
So I can flip Lonzo Ball and Patrick Williams for
Tyler Hero,
Another worthless, inefficient basketball player. Let's go. I'm in.
Tyler Hero's actually
Pair up with,
that.
to pair
I'm
up with
in.
Levine? I'm
No,
in, dude.
Cyro, do I need to send the meme of flirting versus harassment with Tyrese Maxey and Tyler Hero?
No, right here. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, you look at here. Let's be honest. Okay, you obviously the Blazers at least have 3 first-round picks right here, and I'm saying you look at it. You buy out Kyle Lowry. Maybe you stretch and wave Lonzo Ball or you keep him. But Lonzo Ball could also be a wing. Okay, you can come back to Sean Livingston. You get yourself Pat Will to be your power forward. You get Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic. You walk away there. And then you get off of Josef Nurkic's money. Okay. And you also move Dame, you get a bunch of picks, and the Bulls go, oh, damn, we just turned Lonzo Ball and Patrick Williams, who's kind of a bust, into Tyler Hero, who's a guy that, like, if it all works out.
Just because a player doesn't average 25 doesn't mean he's a bust.
Jackson, would you do this deal if it was
No.
Tyrese Maxey instead of Tyler Hero?
No.
Wow.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. That's all
I
I
don't
needed
need
to hear.
Tyrese Maxey.
That's
He's the
all I
same
needed
thing
to
as
hear.
Tyler Hero.
Dude,
Exactly. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
Luke, this comment just popped up right after you said that. Tyrese Maxey.
They've won a lot, so I agree with.
I don't know, guys. You guys are acting like Tyler Hero wasn't a huge part of that first finals run.
He was.
They just made the finals without Tyler Hero.
Okay, they made it to the conference finals with Tyler Hero, and then he got hurt. So let's not act like he wasn't there for the conference.
Tyler Hero didn't play in the playoffs, did he?
Or did he get hurt at all? Did he get hurt against the Bucks or the second?
Yeah, I don't think he played.
I thought he got hurt in the first round against the Bucks.
I don't think he played more than 2 games.
Yeah, maybe I'm misremembering. I'm sorry. I'll tell you in 5 seconds. I'm checking.
So yeah, they went to the finals without.
Yes, you're right. He played one
player.
game. He played one game. You guys
against
were right.
The Bucks? Against the Bucks?
It was the first game against the Bucks.
That's what I thought. I thought he got hurt in the first round.
My apologies. I thought he got hurt in the first game against the Celtics. I don't know why.
No. The rumor was he was coming back against the Celtics.
No, yeah, but there was no reason to bring him back. I don't get why they didn't.
Because if it was a sweep, they wouldn't have brought him back. They like.
No, but like, why didn't they try him at least in the finals? I don't understand why they never gave Hero a shot in the finals. Maybe he wasn't in
Kevin Durant. I mean, he's not Kevin Durant, but I mean, look at KD. They brought him back.
And he popped his Achilles.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a broken hand, and also Tyler Hero hit a 3-point shot. Switched the 3-point shot with a broken hand. That was the funniest play. Tyler Hero breaks his hand trying to dive for a loose ball. He runs off the court like because he's hurt, and you see Eric Spoelstra and the whole Heat coaching staff yell at him like, "We ain't calling a timeout." Basically, keep him in the game. They basically decide they have 2 minutes left in the game in the first half. They're just like, "We're not going to call timeout." The ensuing possession, the ball gets the Heat have the ball and they drain the shot clock down to 1 second. Who's being left wide open by the Bucks because there's no reason to guard him? So the Bucks are now guarding like 5v4. And I don't know who had the ball. I think it might have been Haywood Highsmith. Haywood Highsmith sees a wide open Tyler Hero. And I don't
out of pure instinct.
Yes.
I think it was just pure instinct. He's like, see open, because like that's what you think when you're playing basketball. You see open man, you give the open man the ball. That's what you think. Like you literally don't have it. Like
he throws the ball. Tyler Hero sees the shot clock about a buzz. And he's
like, "Fuck!"
It throws it up, and you can see that was probably the most painful shot of his life.
Oh my god, he was thinking to himself. He was like screaming inside his head. He was like, "Fuck! I don't want the ball."
Yeah.
And then he caught it and it hurt.
I gotta
pull what's even cooler? Tiger Woods winning a U.S. Open on 2 stress fractures and a torn ACL.
Or Kobe making free throws on a fucking torn Achilles. That was pretty cool.
This is the one.
What?
He's on his way back to the locker room. He ran right to the locker room. Here's Butler. Might be a dislocated finger the way he's running.
Look at Tyler Hero just in the background.
They know they don't need to guard him. Oh my god, that's Gabe Vincent.
And put up and through. Oh, he is in incredible pain. As you can see, he was headed to
I just said we're not gonna waste one of our timeouts, one of our 5 timeouts for you.
They easily could have wasted a timeout. They're up by 13, and they said no. Wow, that's insane, Coach Spo. Shout out, always saving those timeouts, dude. They blow them out that game, so they didn't even need them.
No, they didn't even need them. They blew them out. But
yeah, exactly. So he literally could have just called it, but no.
Before we
Oh.
do our season preview, let's talk about first off. I love. Yesterday, this guy said, every single year of my career except last year, because fit does matter. That's what he said. I have been a 20-plus minute guy, part of the main rotation. And now I'm going to wait till I've spoken with Brad Stevens, and I've also spoken with Miami Heat, and hopefully I sign with either the Celtics or Heat. That man is by the name of Austin Rivers, is, out here canvassing for a job with the Boston Celtics. He would,
I mean, I actually don't mind it too much. I mean, he's really not like hope as long as he like only plays like
yeah, you don't
5 to 10 minutes a night, not 20. You're not playing 20. I'm sorry, you're not.
even
Not
last year.
anymore.
Even last year, he played 52 games for my T-Wolves. He averaged about 20 minutes a night, 5 points a game, shot 44% from the field, 35% from three, 2 assists, 2 rebounds a night. Nothing crazy. But again, for a guy who we saw with the Knicks, like over the last 5 seasons, this is a guy who easily, you play him 20 minutes a night, he'll give you 7 points, 2 to 3 rebounds and
Plays good
assists.
defense.
Plays good defense. Like, look at this. In 15 games with the Nuggets in 2020 to 21, he averaged 27 minutes a night, 9 points, 42% from the field, 38% from 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.5 steals. Like,
It's not bad.
I'm not writing home, but if the Heat do gut their roster and they need to sign another guard, Austin Rivers is not the worst option. And if Peyton Pritchard or Delano Banton suck,
Yeah.
Rivers isn't a bad option. We all agree on that.
The Celtics don't have a need for him though.
It's only if Rivers or Delano Banton. I mean, Rivers is if Banton and Payne Pritchard are so bad at defense that they're like, we need to go out and get someone who can shoot 3-pointers and play
But they would have to be playing at a really low level for the Celtics to want to move on from them and get somebody new.
That's what I'm saying. Like they would have to be
Blanton, Delano Banton has to be stinking it up.
It must be. I could see him signing. Cutting maybe they keep
Pritchard,
those two.
maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
but what
goes.
If they trade Pritchard or cut him and they decide to bring in Rivers, it's because, Malcolm Brogdon, might not be healthy enough to start the season, or they just feel like the Derek White, Brogdon, Payne Pritchard, Delano Banton isn't enough defense by itself, from training camp. Maybe they feel like we need a guy who's going to be that culture psychopath. And that's kind of what Austin Rivers is. Austin Rivers carries himself like he's Draymond Green. Okay.
Yeah.
Sup, Aaron? So, in a way, Austin Rivers in the right organization, he's kind of a guy you do want off the bench. I'm not gonna say he's perfect, but a lot of NBA players shit talk Austin Rivers. I don't think Austin Rivers is the biggest fan, and I think it's because of his dad.
Yeah, they think nepotism,
Yeah, I think that's the big reason. I think
it's because he was coached by his dad for that little stretch in his career. So,
and he's I think if he was, and he was also the number 1 recruit in his high school class.
Legendary high school mixtape.
Yeah, I do want to say
not as good as
if Austin Rivers had a different dad, I don't think he would get as much hate. People would be
true.
People would look at him like Javon Carter.
Yeah, Doc is a divisive figure. Some would say.
Yeah, no.
I love Doc though. But I don't know. I mean, if the Celtics have an injury crisis or they need guards, I could maybe see it. But assuming everybody's healthy right now, we don't really need him.
Okay, so
are you ready for previews?
Yes, but there's some information that came out about the flops, and I was trying to read about it. It doesn't seem it doesn't seem like it's too important. I know that this year we are going to see the implementation of the new flop rules.
What is it like college where they give a flop technical?
Yes, I think it's a technical. Or
that's what the refs always go like this when it's a flop technical.
Yeah. What are you doing? Which one?
They go like this.
Yeah. My favorites like that. What is this one?
This is charge or.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's charged. You can either go step across behind the head or you can go behind the head. I like the step across because it's like an umpire punching somebody out.
Yeah, that one's the best. That's the best.
Or the block, the one of Joe Crawford going down like this, running down the field, calling block. It's so funny.
Nikki's dad was teaching me how to dance, and he was like, "Look, all you need to do is learn how to do NBA referee calls to the pace of the music." He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, charge. He's like, just go like this. And people will think you're doing like the sprinkler.
But you're just doing a fucking charge.
He's like, he's just like showing me like all these like basketball refereeing like signs. He's like,
Yeah.
just do these. He's like he's like to the beat of the music, and people will think you're dancing, but you're really just doing NBA refereeing charges.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Okay.
funny.
Let's go over here and let's do the Brooklyn
look up
Nets.
Joe Crawford blocking foul call. That's what we should probably look up first.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, of course. I always love seeing that video. It's funny.
Yeah.
Just runs down the field.
Yeah, okay, before we go to our next topic, what's the thing going on? So did the Bears get raided and did their
So
guy,
apparently, what's his face's attorney said that was all fake.
yeah, that's what I've heard. It's fake. And that whose attorney? Hollis or the
Williams.
coach?
Williams. The Bears have not said anything.
Yeah, and supposedly I saw that they're saying it's a family matter in actuality.
Yes. Like there's no criminal charges filed against the Bears or Alan Williams. Like no one knows what the fuck was going on, but everyone was just like basically doing what you did with Josh Primo, but on steroids.
Dude,
Like, even
also, I
worse.
want to say, like, my Josh Primo, I literally, the first 2 words is according to some posts on Reddit. Like, not even me.
Not even according to unnamed sources,
I
according to
know.
posts on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, you made it very clear that it was Reddit. So,
Yeah.
like, people know how Reddit is.
Yeah. And that was just people thinking what I tweeted was gospel at that point.
Yeah. But that's not as bad as, like, what.
Dude, that video,
not as
you
bad as
sent
the
me,
Bears thing.
that video you sent me, Luke, of the, how anti-Semites think we act.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Jackson, have you seen this video before?
Hey, Misha! That was my fucking favorite part.
I know. I gotta. It's like
You gotta pull it up.
It's too good. It's too good to go. So so one thing I feel like, you know what I think people would get really sad about if like they found out how Jewish people make fun of Gentiles. Like this is a very like if you want to make
how you make fun of us?
Yeah, like if you want to make a Jewish person laugh really hard, just crack a Gentile joke, and they'll be like, and use the word Gentile, and they'll be like, you got that one. That was a good one. Like that's like a very common thing. They'll be like, that's funny, man.
You got to pull up that video.
I am. I'm on like not.
Hey, Misha. That was my favorite part. The fucking. That's what you got to name your kid, man.
Moisha, and that's Hidu.
Should we make the global?
I know. I just.
Because we control that. Hey, Moisha, I need your help. I'm having trouble aiming the space lasers. Oh, sorry. My tail showing. We just don't get along with everyone else, considering we're a different species and all. Remember what Xavier?
That's my
That
favorite.
was such an awesome thing we did. Our alliance with the African Americans is sure to upend the global order. Blood. Should we make the global price of gold today? Because. Hey, Moisha, I need your help.
Hey, Misha.
Space lasers. Oh, sorry.
Remember when we killed their savior? That was fun.
That one and the
You said
hey,
that?
Misha.
Yeah, you guys.
Damn, I missed that.
Yeah, you guys. Well, let me pull it back up. You guys.
Remember when we killed their savior? That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Oh man. Yeah, that's Cyro. That is what they be doing.
Space lasers.
Right here.
Oh, sorry. My tail was showing. We just don't get along with everyone else.
Here it comes.
Considering we're a different species and all. Remember when we killed their savior? That was such an awesome thing we did. Our alliance.
That was such an awesome thing we did.
That's my favorite line. As a Jewish person, I laughed at that line probably 3 times. I was like, remember when we killed their savior?
That was such an awesome thing we did. Yeah, it was pretty awesome, wasn't it, Cyro? You murdered our fucking savior. Unbelievable. What do you mean? I'm Catholic.
I was about to say, not my Messiah. That's what I always say. When Jehovah's come knocking on my door, they're like, "Hi, we're Jehovah's, spreading the gospel of the Lord." I'd be like, "Look, my savior, my Messiah hasn't came yet." Close the door half the time.
They know exactly what that means.
Yeah, I'll be like, I usually say I'm Jewish and my Messiah hasn't risen yet or hasn't came yet. And they're like, oh, okay. Like I was telling you the other day, I bet you they get word from like the head missionary to be like,
You
if they
should
say-
just
they say
you
if they're
should next time you should just tell them what your name is, and you should just make up like a really Jewish name, like Moishe,
Weinberg.
Moishe Weinberg.
All right, let's
My
get
name's
right.
Moishe Weinberg, and then they're just gonna close the door. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, have a good day," and just walk off.
My name is
My name's Moishe Weinberg. Sorry to bother you. Have a good day.
my name is Ezra Goldstein.
They will leave right away. That's all you have to say.
I'm right now in the middle of doing some like, taxes.
I'm right now in the middle of Torah study. Oh,
All right.
so have a good day.
So right now we have the Brooklyn Nets right in front of us, and looking at this roster, the non-guaranteed contracts are marked in yellow, while the two-way contracts are marked in purple. Harry Giles, yes, he has been technically out of college for longer than 3 NBA seasons, but they created a rule this offseason called the Harry Giles rule that if you missed an entire season with injury, you are actually only played 3 years. So Harry Giles is actually eligible for a two-way contract. So I believe probably Harry Giles, Patrick Gardner, and Jordan Hall and Trendon Watford. Did Trendon Watford already play 2 years or 3 years? 2 years only.
Yeah, I don't think he's at the 3-year limit yet.
So Harry Giles, Trendon Watford, and Jordan Hall and Patrick Gardner are more than likely fighting for the last two-way spot, while probably Darius Baisley, Kiefer Sykes are duking it out for, I guess,
Duking it out.
just a regular spot. And Royce O'Neal, I didn't know his contract was non-guaranteed, but I expect him to be on the roster.
Yeah, probably.
I do not expect Spencer Dinwiddie to be the starter. I actually expect him to be the sixth man because they don't have a sixth man. Don't tell me it's going to be Cam Thomas because I think Jock Vaughn has said, Cam Thomas, you're not going to be scoring if you can't play defense. So I think starting lineup: Ben Simmons, Dorian Finney-Smith, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton. Sixth man: Spencer Dinwiddie, Dennis Smith, Lonnie Walker, Royce O'Neal, Deron Sharp. And that's your 10-man rotation with Cam Thomas, Dariq Whitehead, Noah Clowney as the next three guys. And then I think the next two guys to make the roster will be Darius Baisley and
Cam Thomas is 11th. That's pain.
Yeah, Cam Thomas is 11th.
He just doesn't play defense, so Jock Vaughn is like, no, I can't play you.
Yeah, and they already have Lonnie Walker in front of him.
Yeah, he's like, I can't play you. Like, which is just like, hopefully, I mean, like, maybe he can improve, but.
What do you think, Jackson?
On what? The Nets?
Yeah, who do you think will make the roster? Who do you think is going to cut? Do you think Spencer Dinwiddie should start or be the sixth man?
I don't think it really matters. I would start Ben, but I don't think that they'll do that. I mean,
no, they are starting Ben.
They probably will.
They've said Ben Simmons is the starting.
Ben Simmons' contract makes me want to be like the models in the 90s.
If Ben's starting, why is
terrible
Spencer?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're starting Spencer and Ben. I think Spencer will be the sixth man to run the second unit, and they'll start Dorian Finney-Smith instead of Spencer Dinwiddie and go with 3 wings, 1 big, and 1 guard.
Yeah, I think they'll go with Ben at some point in the season, but I think they'll start with Spencer. I mean, this just isn't a good basketball team to me. So
I don't think it's that bad. I think they're like
it's not terrible. Yeah, probably 6 or 7.
They're
the 6 or 7 seed.
Yeah.
Why?
So if Mikal Bridges,
they have a good coach and they have enough. If Mikal Bridges continues to play like that, then they have enough talent to sneak into the bottom of the playoffs.
Same thing with Nick Claxton. And if Ben Simmons is close to being that 16-8 for 8 guy, even more of a reason. And Cam Johnson's a 20-point scorer as well.
They have a good roster. It's
Cam
not.
Johnson is not as 20-point.
They're not going to win. They're not going to win like anything in the playoffs.
They're probably a first-round exit if they do make the playoffs.
Yeah, but like it's not terrible. It could be worse.
I mean, yeah, they got some nice pieces in Claxton, and I like Ben Simmons still.
The bottom of the East, the bottom of the East is not going to be very good.
The The weakest part of this roster, if we're going to be honest, is their guards. Like, let's be honest, this is one of the best wing rotations in the league. This team has probably the best wings, like in depth in the league. Dorian
And they
Finney-Smith,
have a lot
Royce.
of good. They have a lot of interchangeable pieces. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'd say the best because like none of
Technically,
these guys are like
Mikal's a
amazing.
guard.
No, but like in terms of depth,
Yeah,
between
like they have a lot
Mc-
of interchangeable pieces that they can start. Like so,
between
like injuries.
Cam Johnson,
will-
Mikal Bridges, Royce
injuries-
O'Neal, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Derek Whitehead. That's
even
like
with it,
five
they
bigs.
came prepared because when they went through the injury crisis, like what was it last year when they only had 9 players? Like they don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, they have 5
So, like-
wings. They have already 3 centers under contract, potentially 4 centers with Harry Giles.
We'll see what happens with the Nets. I don't know. I mean, they're like a first round exit at best.
at
I
best.
don't
But
mind their guard depth. I like DSJ a lot.
this team is better than the
doesn't.
Utah Jazz's roster last year.
Lonnie
Well,
Walker.
yeah. I mean, of course it is.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I don't see them making the playoffs.
They won 45 games last year. They went.
They
did
also
have-
had Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Okay,
Irving.
let me restate this. They went 11-13 after the All-Star break without
That's not
Kevin Durant.
good.
Well, they lost their first 4 games, and then after, if you take out the first 4 games from the All-Star break, they actually went 11-9, which is an 81%, right?
Yeah, but then if we rethrow in those 4,
Not
then it's
81,
11,
50, or 60. That's like 60. I know.
but
but-
so
Definitely not 81%, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that math was off. Okay, the Utah
Ben
Jazz went,
Simmons-
Utah went 37-45 last year. I think they can go 37-45.
They'll at most
Yeah.
0. At most they go 40-42, and they like get like the 10th seed and get into the play-in is what realistically it is. At best, they're like a 45 win team like the Hawks.
if Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons that we all know and love, or no one likes him anymore, but if he's
The
the
one
Ben
that we
Simmons
did
I
like.
knew and loved, if he's the one I knew and love,
That
then
is hard,
the
Aaron.
Brooklyn Nets will be a good basketball team.
I think this is the
I just
team.
don't know if he's gonna be good.
They're at least a play-in team. I think at best they're like the 60. I honestly think this is a team that could be regular season darlings. Okay,
I'm
and
the opposite, bro.
well, I think like you think about this. Nick Claxton, 16
42.
point. Let me finish this. 16 points from Nick Claxton, 20 from
When's he doing
Cam
that?
Johnson.
And when's he doing that? I don't.
Cam Johnson
neither of
closed
those
out the
players are
year.
doing
Cam
it
Johnson
either.
closed out the year. Well, in the playoffs, Cam Johnson was
16.
averaging. Cam Johnson in the playoffs was averaging 25.
How many games do they play? 4.
4 or 5, yeah. And well, part of the reason why they gave him
So
the
now the 4
extension.
games matter.
Well, I'm just letting you know. Part of the reason why he got that extension was because of his performance in the playoffs. They felt like how he played in the playoffs. He put
that's
himself in
fine.
position to be one of the 3. Nick Claxton
He's-
started the
He's
year.
not. Nick Claxton has never put up 16. He's never sniffed an average of 16. I would imagine in his entire
It was
career.
like he averaged like what 11 or 12 last year.
To start the year,
12.6.
Nick Claxton last year to start the year was averaging like 16 and 10.
He averaged like 12,
He
like
averaged
what
12
8,
and 8 to start the year.
and he averaged like 12, 11, and 8, and like
He
3
had-
blocks last year at the end of the season.
Here
What
goes
was it?
0.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
January,
January, 16 points,
15.6.
16. Yeah, okay, 15.6, 16 points, 10 rebounds, and about 3 blocks a game, right? 3 blocks.
The-
a game.
Yeah.
They
And that
have
was
a ton of players.
They
who
gave
can
him 32
score.
minutes. He did not get 32 minutes again till the end of the season in the last 4 games of the year. Okay,
Yeah,
so fine.
he also led the league in fucking field goal percentage.
Yeah, so I think Nick Claxton is going to be a guy, let's just say 15 points. Cam Johnson, I'm giving 20. That's 35 points. Another 25 from Mikal Bridges, that's 60. We'll get 15 from Spencer Dinwiddie, that's 75. You got yourself Ben Simmons giving you 10, that's 85. Now sprinkle that in between Dennis Smith, Lonnie Walker, Royce O'Neal, Dorian Finney-Smith, Deron Sharp. This is a team that can easily average 110 points per game next year.
But scoring is not their issue, and it wasn't their issue last year.
I think scoring was, the shooting was kind of like post All-Star
They
break.
Need more
Streaky.
guards.
They were
I think DSJ is perfect. I mean, obviously Ben Simmons going to help that a lot.
All right,
as
post
well.
All-Star break, listen to this. Mikal Bridges averaged 26 points per game in the last 24 games of the season. Cam Johnson averaged 17. Spencer Dinwiddie averaged 16. Ignore Raquan Gray. Claxton averaged 12. Cam Thomas averaged 10. This was a team that was averaging 111 points in the last 24 games of the season last year. 111 points per game, almost 112. All right. And I think if you just look at that, I think that, they can easily beat 111. And like you said, it wasn't their problem. But I think, this team is better than last year's team that ended the year.
I guess it wasn't I guess it wasn't. They didn't really have a problem, but they didn't really have like I can't think of what's the antonym of strength. Like they didn't really have a strength or a weakness because they didn't really have an identity. They were just kind of hooping.
This is a very balanced.
Now they're kind of formed it a little bit. They're a little. They like to run. Lonnie Walker.
This is a very transition heavy team. I agree with that.
Yeah,
got some hungry young kids.
I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, this team is like realistically, like I said, they're gonna at most they're probably like at most they win like 45. But
Aaron, I think Mikhail's the second best player on a championship team. But you're saying, Luke?
They're just gonna win like 40 games and be a play-in team. Like unless Ben Simmons has like a fucking like amazing Ben Simmons type like if he's all
NBA.
Look, I think
he'd be all NBA last time we saw him.
Aaron, I want to disagree with Aaron saying their current weakness is they don't have depth. I think they have a lot of depth. They don't have any guard depth. They don't have a
bunch of interchangeable wing.
Yeah,
they have a bunch
of like about their guards.
They have interchangeable wing. They
don't have a floor general besides Ben Simmons. They don't have like a Tyus Jones. Like
DSJ.
Yeah,
I think DSJ's.
He's not like a floor general.
We're talking like a Tyus Jones, okay? And no, Aaron,
Mikhail
wasn't the second best player on the Suns, but Mikhail Bridges, the guy that he was handicapped by Monty Williams, we learned. And Mikhail Bridges has, if he continues to play like he did in the last 24 games last year, he's a top 15, top 10 player in the league.
Potentially, yeah.
And
he was going off.
This team does not, besides Ben Simmons, who is a floor general, doesn't have a Tyus Jones, Monte Morris as point guard behind there. They have, like you said, a lot of interchangeable pieces. I think their strongest position is their wings, then their bigs, and then you could argue that they don't have guards who are good shooters. They don't have a Luke Kennard either. They traded away Joe Harris.
Well, Joe Harris,
Lonnie Walker, Royce O'Neal, Cam Thomas.
I mean, all right. We've said all there is to say about the thing.
Let's go to the Cavs.
Let's go to the Cavs.
So right
much
here we
better team.
Okay, so again, guys, the yellows are non-guaranteed contracts, which means they can be waived by training camp, and the purples are two-way contracts, which means they have filled up all three two-ways that they could potentially fill, which is Isaiah Mobley, Emoni Bates, and Craig Porter Jr. from Wichita State, who, guys, keep an eye out for Craig Porter Jr. because this is a guy who is definitely going to be a guy I think could be a stud. And right now, their current roster is at 12 players on guaranteed contracts, which means there's 3 roster spots open. And I personally think Sam Merrill will make the roster. I think Tristan Thompson will make the roster. So that's 14 players. So Pete Nance, Justin Powell, Sharif Cooper, and Zaire Smith are fighting for that last spot. I personally think Zaire Smith or Pete Nance will make the roster. I think Pete Nance is more than likely because he actually feels a need.
Zaire Smith, he's kind of a bum, let's be honest.
Shot 75% from the field during Summer League and 50% from 3.
Breakout Summer League. Wow, I have not heard from Zaire Smith in a long time.
Played 4 games, 15 minutes a night in Summer League, and
they trade. Because it's like the Sixers traded Mikal Bridges for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Pete Nance fills a need though. So
I also don't think Isaac Okoro starting. I don't think Isaac Okoro starts. I think Max Strus is starting. You're not paying Max Strus $15 million a year to be your.
So Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Strus, Mobley, and Jared Allen, and then they have Okoro and LeVert off the bench with Ricky.
Yeah, LeVert will be the 6th man. Ricky's technically retired, by the way, guys. We don't know fully.
Oh yeah.
I expect him to be back. I think he probably just needed to. I think I'm not saying it was an excuse, but the reason he medically retired because of depression, I think is the Cavaliers were pressuring him to play for Spain this offseason. And I don't think he wanted to play for Spain. I think he's just done with international basketball. Maybe I'm wrong. And I think he just wanted to chill, relax, and focus on getting healthy fully for an entire season because he's now going to be 18 months removed from his 3rd knee injury of his career. So I think Ricky Rubio will be at training camp. Maybe not to start, but he'll be on the roster, and I think he'll be good. But I think 6-man's Karis LeVert because he's kind of a point wing. Then Georges Niang will be the 7th. 8th will be Ricky Rubio. 9th will be Dean Wade. And then Damian Jones and Tristan Thompson will be fighting for the 10th guy spot. Then Sam Merrill, Ty Jerome, and whoever else should come in to pick up the pieces if needed. What do you guys think?
Forget Isaac Okoro.
I forgot Isaac Curl. Isaac Curl, I think Strus and Levert are both going to be playing like 24 minutes a night. Curl's just going to be coming in for end of the game defense to start the fourth quarter or to close the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Or or to come in the.
Yeah, 15 minutes a night, maybe, if they're up by like.
Guys, Isaac Okoro became Josh Okogie. Not the good Josh Okogie who averaged 16 points a night for the Phoenix Suns. Okay, I'm talking the Josh Okogie that I was tearing my hair out when I watched him on the Timberwolves, and that's what I said. Okay, when Isaac Okoro was pre-draft process, I said this: he's either going to become Andre Iguodala or he's Josh Okogie 2.0.
Well,
that sucks, man. Who do you know who they could have had? That one's gotta hurt. But
I think Tyrese Halliburton's one of the guys that they could have had.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess DG makes up for it. I think I fully agree with what Aaron's saying here. Their stats are so on paper. This team looks so good.
Yeah, they fail the eye test. When you watch them play, they don't play as good as they look.
It just doesn't. So like, I agree fully with Cyro. Max Strus, I think, would start.
Yeah,
I think Levert would start over Isaac. I don't think Isaac. I think he's pretty done. I think the Niang pickup is absolutely money. I love that. I think Amani Bates. I'm so excited for his rookie career. I think there's something there. There's something there. But this team really struggled with scoring, and they were so efficient, but they didn't score much, and they didn't take many threes, and they didn't make many threes. So I like, these Max Struses, Georges Niangs, but when I watch them play, I'm like, it feels so uncomfortable. And last year, I get it, man. The Cavs are a young team, but last year was a complete and utter failure. Like, you had the number 1 rated defense in the regular season.
You lost in 5 to the Knicks.
You had a top 10. Exactly. You have a
home I thought for sure they were going to beat the Knicks before the series started. I'm like, there's no reason for them to lose.
50 games for the first time since LeBron's there, but I get it. It's your first playoff appearance since LeBron era, so I'll definitely give them the benefit of the doubt. But if they did this exact same thing that they did last year, this year, I would think somebody's gone. I don't know if it's going to be DG, Mobley, Allen. They'd have to make changes.
Yeah,
Mitchell isn't like really a winning player. Mitchell the Bitchel, they call him. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. He's like. The Cavs will probably win somewhere between like 47 to like 52 games. Like, they'll be a good like top 5. They'll probably be a 4 or 5 seed. If they play the Knicks again and they lose to the Knicks again in the first round, I don't know. I could easily see that happening though.
I don't think. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a coaching problem at all. I think JB's got them right. I think JB is a huge reason for their success. What I think they need is I mean, Donovan Mitchell's not a number 1 on a championship team. He never will be, and that's perfectly fine. So I need Darius Garland to turn into a top 5 point guard in the NBA, which he can do. Or I need, more likely scenario, I need Evan Mobley to develop a 3-point shot, but I need him to be an all-pro, all-NBA type of player if they want to go, into the finals. Because it's not going to be Mitchell. As good as DG is, I think you'd get more. I think they have a higher ceiling if Evan Mobley is your franchise piece. But they just need somebody to come in here and cement themselves. Who knows? Maybe it's Amani Bates. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe. But, yeah.
I agree.
That kind of sums up my thoughts on the Cavs.
I think another problem is Jared Allen got his manhood, manhandled by Mr. Mitchell Robinson in the playoffs. And I think that's why we heard them trying to see if they could trade Jared Allen. Not that Jared Allen's a bad player, but I don't think he's getting any bigger. I think he peaked, and I think they realized they overpaid him. And I think they realized they probably should have paid him closer to $15 million than 20.
Yeah, and they probably him and next to Evan Mobley.
Yeah,
you're destroying your spacing.
And Evan Mobley, he's continued to flash the 3-point shot.
That's why Isaac Okoro can't start next to this team.
Exactly.
It's even more just god awful spacing.
So this was the
really
team.
Bad.
They had the 9th best offensive rating in the league. They had the number 1 defense last year and the 2nd best net rating in the league, and they were a first-round exit.
Yeah, because they went through periods where nobody can fucking shoot because they killed their spacing.
Yeah,
and Jared Allen are like, it's flirting versus harassment. And people will realize this soon. Either the NBA has to change or they have to figure out a way to do it. People think like Triple J, although he hates being called it, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Steven Adams, because Steven Adams didn't play in this past year's playoffs, that's flirting. But I guarantee you, if he played in the playoffs, it would be harassment. But everybody is thinking because Steven Adams wasn't in the playoffs, they were thinking, ooh, what if Memphis had Steven Adams, Jaren J and Steven Adams, like, that's going to do some damage. And then you see it and you're like, that's harassment. And that's exactly what you have here. I mean, Jared Allen's a good player, but yeah, the market, kind of dictated his number. But yeah, definitely 15 would be preferable.
Flirting versus harassment, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. That's funny.
It's true. Because Steven Adams didn't play, everyone's like, ooh, let's run it back. But I guarantee you they'll run into the same issues that they've ran into the past 2 years with it. All the spacing. And Steven Adams will only be able to play 15 to 20 a night. And it'll be harassment. So
that's funny.
Mobley's got to add some weight. Curious what he looks like right now.
He does have to get his weight, but like he's flashed that 3-point shot, but it's never actually fall. Like,
it hasn't stuck, man. It's like ball.
Yeah, I know.
Except he like doesn't shoot as much.
Yeah, but I was just getting at that. Basically, that 3-point shot, or at least having like being more of an offensive player, is keeping him from being like the modern day Kevin Garnett. Like that's what Evan Mobley has the potential to be. Is like not like obviously KG is like a huge thing, but like a player of that magnitude, that is a complete player who like has the mobility of a wing and the size of a
but until I see him take guys off the dribble.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I can't call him KG, man. Come on.
I know that's the other thing. Not just the 3-point shot, but also the handling. Like Evan Mobley, his ball handling has not improved in the last 2 years since leaving college.
It's not terrible for a guy's size, but
I know. But like once you're in the half court, I tell Evan Mobley, please do not dribble.
You're thinking he would be after college like KD.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, it's just dinosaur dribbling a ball.
Or like Jaylen Brown. Like Jaylen Brown couldn't dribble, and now like 7 years later, he's like leaps and bounds better. Like people don't realize Jaylen Brown was like Klay Thompson.
As a rookie, he would never dribble the basketball, bro.
He was like Klay Thompson.
He was there for defense, and to stand in the corner on offense and hit shots. That was his job.
I want to know, can Klay Thompson dribble?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, kind of.
I don't know, dude. I think we could put up in a 2-minute clip every single dribble Klay Thompson has ever dribbled.
Well, you could do it for that 150-something game.
He's better than
11 dribbles. I think he can dribble. I mean, all these guys can dribble, but
but like an open
do I want him?
With respect,
do I want him on a
NBA
one-on-one?
players.
No, yeah.
All right,
so Andre Iguodala on retirement to JJ Redick on Old Man in the 3. We recorded my decision, but I might come back and hoop, or I might go home. Andre Iguodala is this one's
it. He's Brett Favreing it.
So we have right here Andre Iguodala pulling a Brett Favre and not ruling out an NBA comeback. This is a guy who's played for the Memphis Grizzlies, played for the Miami Heat, played for the Golden State Warriors, and he is now saying to JJ Redick, I might come back or I might go home. And at this point, do you think Andre Iguodala even gives any value to an NBA franchise if he were to come back?
Quick question, Cyro. When you say pulling a Brett Favre, do you mean welfare scam or do you mean unretiring and retiring?
Confirmed, was it?
It wasn't his fault.
He never went to
It wasn't his fault. But anyway, Iguodala, I don't know how Iguodala doesn't really, besides like being a locker room leader, he doesn't really provide any like on the court tangible value to a team.
Not anymore.
I'll let Udonis Haslem.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If he's like purely locker room guy.
But how many finals have the Heat made with Udonis Haslem not playing meaningful basketball? I think I can remember at least 2.
But they've never won on the team because locker room. But like Iguodala isn't on a team right now, so like he doesn't really. It's not like Udonis Haslem, who was he was a Heat legend.
Yeah, so just bring him back, Golden State. Come on,
just bring him back as a locker room.
No, I honestly think this is gonna be rude, but
bring him in as a coach, dude.
He doesn't provide any on the court value though.
Wow. I don't think Andre Iguodala. We saw it this past playoffs. he does not bring any on the court value. Even defensively, it's very minimal.
It's
Okay,
not
this
there
is a guy-
anymore. It's fine,
just-
bro.
He's just a locker room guy. He's awesome. I love him. I loved everything about his career. He's cool, but he's not the guy that people like the Miami Heat back in 2019 were like, we need this guy on the bench because we're going to make a championship run with him because we have Andre Iguodala. We're going to trade second-round picks to the Memphis Grizzlies to get his ass over here. That's not happening anymore, okay?
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, but he's a great player. He had a great career.
Oh,
He's a
it's
champion.
not over yet.
He's not ruling it out, but
I did call Thomas Perry a pussy to end the show, but Aaron. Okay, so Aaron did respond to this. So I put out this comment. Austin Rivers says Jokic will be like Barry Sanders and only play 5-6 more years and leave. Like, he's not that type of guy. He has no interest in being that type of guy. He basically, once he's done, he's gonna leave. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Aaron says Jokic's only enemy is big man health problems, and he looks like he's figured it out to stay in shape, and he believes he'll reach Larry Bird status. And I believe
Bird had health problems.
but that's because he threw out his back laying the asphalt to the house, to his
mom.
mom's house. But I personally think that you got yourself a guy in Nikola Jokic who two things are going to happen. Either he retires in 5 to 6 years or he plays like he's Dirk Nowitzki to 41.
I don't think he's Dirk Nowitzki to 41.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think that's the year.
He's a mid-30s kind of guy.
I mean, he's not that young. Barry was what, 30
Yeah.
or 31? So 5 years from now, Jokic will be what, 33, 34? I could see him ending it there.
36 or 37.
Oh yeah, because Jokic is what? Jokic is entering year 10.
You're 9, I believe.
But he
came in 2014.
He was 28 last year.
But the point is, he's going to probably retire like 36, maybe 37. All right, Pirtle time, I guess.
Yeah, and then we'll do Hoops Grid for
Sure.
today's show.
We need a
Alrighty.
song for Pirtle that isn't, the basic StreamYard one that we haven't done in like months. I feel like
Yeah, it's been a while.
we need somebody to whip it up.
There,
Yeah.
look it up.
Little 808s in the background.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Show silhouette. Let's see it. Come on now.
All right. Oh, this is Kelly
Oh,
That's
Olynyk.
Kelly.
pull up.
Kelly Olynyk. Oh my God, that was so easy.
We gotten so good at these.
That was okay. That was too easy though. That was too
Yeah,
easy. That was like
tough.
not really. That was way too. Oh, they have, dude. Okay, hold on. Nets and
Russell
Thunder was a
Westbrook.
category on the Immaculate Grid, the Basketball Reference one. I did that earlier today. Johan Petro, Nets Thunder, because he played for the Sonics.
Johan Petro. I know
Johan
you're
Petro.
talking. I know you're
Yes.
talking about.
That was on the Immaculate Grid earlier today.
Dude, how much is that? 0.4? Jeez. This is the one where we top 99% it.
You could do Keith Bogans maybe for the Nets Rockets.
Nah, I don't want. Oh, Nets Rockets. That's a good one. Keith Bogans. I was about to say I have one for Sixer. Oh, James Harden Thunder. I'm like trying to remember the guy's name right now.
But all
What'd
I
you
can
get,
think
Keith?
of, Keith
Nate
Bogan.
Collison. I'm gonna try.
Nick Collison for the Thunder might be too popular.
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna just throw in.
I wonder what Drazen Petrovic is for top 33 pointers in a season.
That's probably way too common.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I don't really know who else to put for that. What about?
What?
I guess you could do like Robert Covington for Sixers Rockets. Probably.
Do you think Eric Maynor or Royal Ivy is going to be a better one for the Thunder, James Harden?
Royal Ivy is probably better than Eric Maynor, and Eric Maynor played for the Sixers, so you can just do Eric Maynor for Sixers Thunder.
I know, but look at that. That's a gold.
I know, but Eric Maynor for Sixers Thunder.
Okay.
Royal Ivy, and then do Robert Covington for Sixers Rockets. Then Eric Maynor for this one. And then, Robert Covington.
I think that's. Oh wow, that's not as. I thought that would be like,
It's like 3%, bro. It's
What about-
you would expect?
Ooh, Mason Jones.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that was insane. Yeah, Lazar Hayward.
Mason
Oh.
Jones. Do Mason Jones right now for the
Oh my
Rockets and tell
God.
me. I want to see your guys' reactions. Do
For
Mason
which one?
Jones. Rockets bottom. James Harden teammate.
Rockets, not Thunder.
Rockets,
Rockets.
This is a good one, Jackson. If this
It's a really
one's
good one.
he was the original Arkansas inefficient. Oh my god.
Thank God, it's the super rare one. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was good, boys.
Maybe James Harden teammate threes, Ryan Anderson.
Ooh.
Who? Ryan Anderson?
Ryan Anderson, top 33s, James Harden teammate.
In a season? Did it
Yeah.
have to be the same season that he was with him?
No, I don't think so. I think he has to have done it before. No,
Mason Jones
why
looks
Ryan Anderson, bro. Oh no, that's
Whoa.
that's honestly probably better. Well, you
That's
can
what I
try it.
When the hell did that happen? Oh, in OKC?
No, when
It
he
would have
was-
happened in the 2000s when they didn't shoot as many threes. Yeah, wow. Oh my God, Derek Fisher's way better.
But on what team? OKC?
Lakers.
It doesn't
Unless
matter that he
James
did it for
Harden-
OKC. It's just that he played with James Harden on OKC.
Yeah, because
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, OKC. Yeah, sorry, my fault. I didn't realize that's what you were asking.
Sixers threes. I'm trying to think of guys in the fucking early days when the 3-point
Yeah.
line was first invented.
What was that
where, like,
white guy's name? That
nobody
Cyro-
shot threes because nobody shot threes back then, so it was really easy to get the top 30 in threes. And both of these teams would have some guy like that, maybe.
Who's the guy in the 2000s that was a legend? For
Wally Surgeback?
Brooklyn.
He didn't play
No.
for the.
I'm thinking
for-
Brooklyn. Sorry, the Jets or the Nets.
I know Drazen Petrovic in the 90s, but that might be too popular because like everyone. would
Oh,
assume
I'm thinking
that
of
he did
Kirk Loanietz. You know who that is? The guy who looks Russian.
Wow, no, it
that.
doesn't.
Eric Maynard's better than Nazir.
That's
Wow.
insane. That's insane. I didn't think that.
Did Royal Ivy ever play for the 76ers?
I don't think. Should I check?
I mean, you could always try it.
I am. 1 second. Royal.
I don't think he did, but he might. There's a chance that he did.
He's
Wow.
did, but
Eric Maynard's still better.
I'm just so surprised that so many people are getting these 76ers rare guys.
I know because there's a lot of degenerate Sixers fans out there.
Is there really?
I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. They're Philly. What
They are-
about? I'm trying to think. Who for Philly is like an old person that made a lot of threes?
Trying to think.
Think of old Sixers.
Not a. Oh, Kyle Culver, but like
Yeah.
Nah,
that's too easy.
that's too easy. You have to think of somebody like fuck.
Did Kevin Ollie ever play for the Sixers?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I think you could also do Kevin Ollie for. Kevin Ollie would also work for Thunder. James Harden
Nice.
teammate. Kevin Ollie would have also worked for Thunder Harden teammate, but you already got Lazar Hayward for that. I just realized that. Yeah,
We gotta change the Rockets.
Kevin Ollie
Sixers
would have
one.
worked.
All right.
So do we have to? If we could change the Rockets Sixers one.
I know. I'm trying to think.
We'll get back. I can't think of any.
Old
What?
people who shot
Kyle
threes.
Amarasor, Aaron Mickey.
What about Gerald Henderson for the Sixers?
Dad Gerald Harrison?
Dad Henderson, not son Henderson, because Dad Henderson played like in the 80s,
I know.
I think, and like nobody was shooting threes there, except he like kind of did.
Hey.
Dad Henderson.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go.
All right. Let me think of this one.
Gerald Henderson.
Dad Henderson, not son Henderson.
Oh, he has a dad that played in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Gerald Henderson Jr.
His dad played like 10 years in the league or something.
Holy shit.
His dad was a good player.
Austin Rivers, was he a Nick? Or,
What about like Dennis Scott? Did he ever play for the Nets?
Did he?
Obviously, he's a Magic legend.
I know. No, you never played. I'm trying to think of those, like the Richard Jefferson teams.
Wait. We should like try to get a better Robert Covington.
yeah.
Before
Okay.
we do this.
Get it.
Okay. I thought Caspi would be there.
So I'm trying to think. CJ Watson never played in Houston, I don't believe. I think he just played in Philly.
Starter's too high, Thomas. 6%.
What about did Steve
Rockets?
Smith play for both of these teams? I don't believe that
Yeah.
he did.
No?
Maybe.
Steve Smith, like which one?
Blazers, Steve Smith. Like 90s and early 2000s. Like Steve N.
Steve N. Okay.
I can't even find
I don't think he
No.
played for the Rockets.
Kenny Kittles?
I'm trying to think of. I literally
Kenny
just-
Did Kenny Anderson ever play for the Rockets?
Who?
He was like a Nets point guard. Or no, wait, it's not Nets. It's 76ers. My bad. He didn't play for the
Didn't
Sixers.
Michael Carter Williams play for them?
Maybe.
What is
We
that?
can still do better. We can still do better. We can't.
2.9.
Although for
Yeah.
Nets 3-pointers in a season, we might not be able to get platinum for that. That one's going to be hard.
Oh, we'll be able to get it.
Wait a second. I know Reggie Evans.
Jarvis Vardon.
Wait.
Varnado.
Jarvis Varnado? Celtics
Yeah.
legend?
Yes.
Wait a second. Reggie Evans, I think, did he play for the Rockets? Because I know he played for the Sixers.
No, you didn't. Who did you say?
Reggie Evans, I think did he play for the Rockets?
Boogie
'Cause I-
Flickin? Boogie Pickin? Reggie Evans?
Yeah, Reggie Evans.
That's like one of my favorite plays. If you ever want to get me a jersey, if you guys get me a Reggie Evans jersey, I'll love you forever.
Which one? Sonics?
Or Nets.
Yeah. He didn't play for the
Yeah.
Rockets.
Yes,
Very
he
good.
did play for the Nets. He did play for the
No,
Nets.
no, Rockets, dude. Did you not hear what I said?
I
He
know,
didn't
but
play
I'm
for
telling
the
you, Reggie.
Rockets.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
you know he did. He was on the fucking super team.
Yeah,
That was like the end of his career.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Sonics or Kings? Reggie,
Reggie Evans
Evans.
played for. He also played for. He played for what? Sonic, Sacramento, Charlotte, I believe.
You know who's one of the best players in Europe?
Who?
Brandon Davies.
I have no idea who that is.
Wow.
I don't get because Patrick Beverly hasn't played for Philadelphia.
Yeah. And also he'd probably be too popular. Okay, let's think. So we have Michael Carter Williams right now. Can we get anyone better?
For sure. I'll figure it out. I'm trying to put in a lot
Did
of
Elliot
names.
Williams play?
I have no clue, man. I don't know if he played for it. You can try it.
I don't think he did, dude.
What about?
Lavoy Allen?
Okay, Tony Roten never played for the Rockets.
No.
I think just Sixers and Memphis.
Ooh, I think I might have him.
What about?
I was hoping Amarasik played for Philly for like 10 games.
No. Lou Amundsen? Did he ever play for the Rockets? I
Who?
know he played for Lou Amundsen.
I don't know.
I know he played for Philly.
Where didn't he play?
Lou Amundsen?
No.
No, not my boy.
So
Not
Roy-
my boy.
Roy Ivy. All right, the
Roy
Blazers
Ivy.
are making an attempt to resolve the Damian Lillard situation in Portland before training camp starts per Brian Windhorst.
Okay, Royal Ivy. Did he ever play for the Rockets?
No, he coached though.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Sadly. What about Jackson had Mason Jones?
Anybody
That's just-
go-
Did Justin
man.
Holiday ever get there?
Where,
Not
Houston?
yet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Holiday played for Houston. Oh, no. I'm thinking of
Justin.
another-
I don't know.
I don't think so.
What about Aaron Brooks? Maybe did he ever play for?
I
think he
literally
did.
just the last one I tried was Aaron Brooks.
did it work?
Nah.
He didn't play for
I'm-
Philly. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like if there was a
Ish
Philly-
maybe.
Ish Smith?
Ish, yeah. I don't know if he's gonna be platinum though, or whatever the fuck this is. They call this the fucking purple thing.
Oh, I've got it.
Who is it?
Let me make sure.
Jody Meeks?
No, I got it.
What?
I want you guys to guess him.
Well,
a
we're
former
not gonna
Bull.
get it.
No,
We're not
you're
gonna
gonna
guess
get
it.
it. He's a former Bull. Luke will
Jack-
get it. He was a Rocket. He was a Sixer. He was a former Bulls legend.
Who?
I
Who the
believe he
fuck?
was the backup. I believe he was our starting point guard when Rondo went down. I could be wrong.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
You do though. He's
No.
dude. He's so small. It's
When Rondo
unbelievable.
went
Yeah.
down, Frank Mason.
I think it was. I'm fact checking it. It was when Rondo went down.
What, Jared
Played
Bayless?
3 games. He put up 11.7 points. His career averages are 8. He
No,
was
we're not
drafted
getting
by
this.
Houston in
Or
2013.
just go. Just do it. Just say it. Just say it, man.
Marquise Teague.
No, Isaiah
Just say
Cannon.
it. Isaiah Cannon.
Cannon.
No. For Sixers Rockets.
What happened to Cannon?
He was out of the league real quick after that Bulls.
Oh. Okay. All right. So think of old Nets players.
I know.
Who's an old Nets player that fucking shot a lot of threes?
Joe Harris.
No.
Kenny Kittles is like 4%. It's just not good enough.
Never.
Jeez,
What?
Joe Harris is 12.
I can't think of any 80s Nets players. Early
I feel
80s
like-
Nets.
I feel like what I'm doing right now is technically cheating.
It 100% is. What about a guy who did it and then went to the Nets? We gotta think about
That's-
that. I don't know.
Yeah. Kerry Kittles is not. He's a gold. He's a gold, Thomas. We're trying to career it here.
Oh, dude, you remember someone from this guy was like Teletovic.
That's the guy I was telling you about.
Bang! Let's go! Oh my god. This
What
shit,
is
we
that,
gotta post this shit on
0.7?
Twitter.
Yeah, what is
99.15.
99.15.
99.15.
Spiro, say first try.
Alright. Fucking tweet this shit. Oh my god. We are insane, guys.
So how many like actual people do you think did better than us? Like
People who didn't cheat? Probably
Like
nobody,
20?
low key. Maybe.
10?
Cause dude, the fact besides looking it up on Basketball Reference,
We are better than 99.1.
On Basketball Reference, you could get this in probably 10 minutes. You could get at
yeah,
would imagine
you
99.
just look at rosters and you find a bunch of obscure guys.
least 95.
Shout out Johan Petro and Kevin
no
Ollie.
idea.
What was
It is,
what was our password? Can you text in the password for our Twitter? I had to log into it.
Dude, I really rely on you for that. I'll just change it. Let me see if I can.
What? No. Exclamation.
Well, don't say it out
Don't
here.
say it out loud.
I'm not.
I don't remember what it is, but wait.
It's that really goofy.
I might be able to look it up in my iPhone passwords.
It's so goofy. I think you sent it recently.
Yeah, I have it right here in front of me. Gotta check where I am now. Gotta
It's such a
Yeah.
funny.
What a fucking score, guys. We are insane.
So Jackson cheated, but Luke and I, we were.
Yeah, so Jackson, did you cheat for Mason Jones?
No.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
Oh,
That's
no.
all I needed to hear. I'm glad you didn't cheat for Mason Jones.
That's what Rockets like. Thomas Perry probably knows the name Mason Jones from all the streams back in the day.
Mason Jones. Shout out Mason Jones. But yeah, me and Cyro were we were cooking.
We were cooking over here.
We were cooking over here.
I got the password. Now we're just trying. Okay, use your email. I guess it's saying.
Shout out the fucking Basketball Reference one, Immaculate Grid, for having Nets Thunder as one of the boxes too. So that made Johan Petro pretty easy for this one because I already used him earlier.
Who the fuck is that?
Okay, it's saying that that's just not working.
All right,
Wrong password, bud. Did you change the password?
You're the one who sent it. You're the one who texted it.
all right. Well, we can work
I'll
with
send
this
you
later.
the text of what I'm seeing.
All right, y'all. I think I'm about to get out of here.
Yeah, go for it. Is it an
Congra-
exclamation or an I?
We're putting in
That's a-
work today.
That's a lowercase I, dude.
All right, take it easy,
I-
guys.
It's a
I'll
lowercase
see you
I.
tomorrow.
Yeah, like iCarly.
Oh, I'm doing exclamation point.
Like the upside down.
Yeah.
You're such a gringo.
Suspicious login. I got blocked.
Did you really?
Not blocked, but I want to. Tell me.
Yeah, I
oops.
can't believe that whole Facebook or that whole Bears thing was fake.
Yeah, I
I texted my dad. I said the word rape. Or no, I said the word child porn in a text to my dad, and it wasn't even real.
That's funny.
Can we
All
go
right.
back to Two Source Days? Are we leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving. What are you gonna say? Oh, this is my email.
Go back to Two Source Days. Remember growing up, you needed two sources. Can we bring that back?
Oh, yeah, no, completely. All right, I do have to head out. Good show
All right.
today.
Yeah.